Welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. What does renter's insurance cover? Your landlord might be a nice person who takes care of problems like leaky faucets and broken appliances. But your landlord is probably not nice enough to replace all of your belongings if your apartment catches fire, and neither will your landlord insurance company. When it comes to problems like a fire and theft, you are on your own. Fortunately, there is a solution: renter's insurance. It covers a wide variety of problems and may be more affordable than you think. The next discussion is about understanding personal property coverage for renters. Personal property coverage is what most people think of when they are considering renter's insurance. It covers all that stuff you have been accumulating over the years. Everything from your furniture, clothes, jewelry, pots and pans, electronics, bicycle, and even little decorative items you keep on yourselves. Here are the problems covered by renter's insurance: accidental discharge or overflow of water or steam, aircraft explosion, falling objects, fire or lightning, freezing, riots, smoke, sudden and accidental damage due to short-circuiting, sudden and accidental tearing, cracking, burning or bulging, theft, vandalism, vehicle, volcanic eruption, weight of ice, snow or sled, windstorm or hail. You may notice two big natural disasters missing from this list: earthquakes and floods. If you want coverage for those, look into earthquake insurance and flood insurance for renters. And then the next discussion is about how much property coverage do renters need. You will select a personal property coverage limit, meaning the maximum amount your renter insurance company will pay if your personal belongings are damaged or destroyed due to the problems covered by the policy, like a fire. For example, you might select $20,000 to cover all your belongings. If you have a lot of expensive furniture, clothes or other belongings, you might select $100,000 or more. A good way to determine how much personal property coverage you need is by creating a home inventory. A good home inventory can be as simple as a written list, or you can use an application or take a video with your phone. Then estimate the cost to replace what you have. And then looking at actual cash value versus replacement cost coverage. When you buy renter's insurance, you'll have the option to choose between actual cash value, ACV, and replacement cost coverage. Replacement cost coverage is more expensive, but it is better because it doesn't take depreciation into account. For example, let's say 3 years ago you bought a new TV with all the latest and greatest technology for $2,000. If the TV is damaged in a fire today, ACV will pay the depreciated value of the TV. Replacement cost coverage will pay to replace the damaged TV at today's prices for a new similar model. Watch out for special limits. Some items have what are called special limits or sub-limits for certain types of losses. For example, it is common for renter insurance policies to have special limits for stolen jewelry, such as a $1,000 limit. That sub-limit will be inadequate if you have a necklace worth $2,000. You should schedule high-value items like jewelry at work, musical instruments, and antiques. It is a good way to ensure you get prepaid what your stuff is worth if it is stolen. And then do not forget liability insurance. As a renter, you likely focus on the physical stuff you have, but renter's insurance includes important liability insurance. Liability insurance pays for injuries or property damage to someone else that you are responsible for. For example, if you knocked an errant baseball through a neighbor's window, liability pays to replace the window. It also covers your defense costs if you are sued over an accident covered by your policy. A coverage that most renters never consider is liability, says Josh LaRouche, spokesperson for Toggle by Farmers Insurance. He asks renters to think about common scenarios like guests who trips and falls while visiting your apartment. That includes if visitors can sue for their medical expenses. If they do, renter insurance can help you handle it, both your legal expenses and any medical expenses you might be responsible for up to the coverage limit. You will be able to select your liability insurance policy limit. A common default liability coverage amount on a renter's insurance policy is $100,000, but you can purchase more. A good rule of thumb is to buy enough liability insurance to cover what you could lose in a lawsuit. A good way to get extra liability insurance is by adding umbrella insurance to your renter's policy. Can't live in an apartment? Think additional living expenses. If you cannot live in your apartment due to a problem covered by your policy, like a tornado, additional living expenses like ALE coverage pays for hotel bills and other extra costs like restaurants, meals, and pet boarding fees. This coverage is sometimes called loss of use. Think about all the expenses you could rack up above your normal daily spend if you had to leave your place, says Yael Windsor Levy, a spokesperson for Lemonade Insurance. Not being able to live at your own place is expensive, but luckily your insurer will be there to help. When a guest suffers a minor injury, tap medical payments to others coverage. A standard renter insurance policy includes medical payments to others, which covers medical expenses if someone else gets injured in your home, no matter who is at fault for the accident. For example, if a guest bumps their heads on an open cabinet door and requires stitches, your medical payments to other coverage can pay for your guest trip to the emergency room. Medical treatment to other usually covers minor medical claims and may be sold in small amounts between $1,000 and $5,000. Larger medical claims are generally covered under your liability insurance when you are legally liable for them. Certain types of accident that happens away from your home can also be covered by medical payments to others coverage. For example, if your playful pup accidentally scratches someone at a dog park and they see a doctor, this could fall under medical payments to others. Here are examples of medical costs that can be covered by medical payments to others: ambulance rides, dental, ER visits, funeral services, hospital stays, professional nursing, prosthetic devices, surgeries, treatments, x-rays. Your medical payments to others coverage will not cover property damage, pain and suffering, or legal fees if you are sued because of an accident. These expenses are covered under the liability portion of your renter's insurance policy. What's not covered by renter's insurance? Renter's insurance does not cover damage to the building you live in. The landlord insurance covers the building structure. For example, if a fire damage to the building's vinyl siding, the landlord's insurance would cover it. Renter insurance typically will not cover accidents that happen in common areas such as hallway and stair rails. It also falls under the landlord insurance. For example, if your visitor trips on an uneven sidewalk, that claims would have to be handled by the landlord's insurance. Also, renter's insurance will not cover pet damage to your home or belongings. For example, if your dog chews on your coffee table or soil the carpet, that is not covered by any insurance. I think that's all guys information that I can share to you. Thank you so much guys for watching. And if you need information related to insurance, you are in the right channel, because in this channel we provide a lot of information related to insurance. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to give a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Bye bye guys, see you in another video.